All right, time for a Sunday night stream, and we're happening. And I'm going to do my usual and start off by making a cocktail while I wait for people to arrive. Swear to God, my 5-head's 10. It used to say it's not a 4-head, it's 5-head. It's like an 8-head these days. The way it goes. Right, so I'm just checking some things before I make them. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's about time. Yawning at the start of a stream. Is the other one I was going to make? Holy smoke. It's the recommended serving of that. An apple wedge. Okay, that's pretty weird. Okay, but that answers my question. Okay, gonna get myself ready. Okay, then we'll smoothie this. Okay. Okay, the yawns are concerning me at this point. Let's see where we end up. Shall we? It's the camera here. Screw that. Screw you. Okay, and the GoPro. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's get this ready. Hello. Oh, wait, I had it there. I'm going to do taxi first. Dash of absinthe. Okay, where's my classy absinthe? Classy absinthe is here. Lime juice. Dry gin. There we go. Bone dry. How's it going? Got to think. Oh, these yawns are going to be out of control this stream. Not even that time. But once I start yawning, I can't stop. Okay, I'm going to put a glass in an ice. Get another couple of pieces. All right, that's something for me to slip on later. What a hoot. Okay. I will quit while I'm ahead, or at least not behind. Okay, getting ready. Oh, fucking stop yawning. Oh my god. What a fucking to do that is. Okay, let's start 45 mils of dry gin. Swapped out a bar spoon of lime juice. That's fine. Get these ready. Oh, good Lord. Lord Claude. Okay. Oh yeah, I want my mixing glass. Then I'm ready. Okay. These goddamn yawns out of the way. Okay, that's about right. Yeah, okay, that's right. Let's start with this. Fuck's sake, I just remembered something. Okay. Okay. Oh man, that absinthe smells so good. Okay. Put ice in there. It's a pretty good collection of ice. And we'll start again. As Billy Idol would have. The nice day to start again. That actually tastes pretty good. I'm looking forward to trying this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's the close-up done. Okay, let's get this happening. Like that is slightly crooked. I don't know how that happens. How's that? That's actually better. Okay. Here we go. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a riff on a 100-year-old cocktail called the Taxi, and that in itself was a slight riff on a classic martini. It's very interesting sounding one. I had to try it because the elements really surprised me. Now, the original recipe was a 50-50 split of dry gin and dry vermouth. So very much like a martini, a very wet martini, but it also has like a bar spoon of lime juice, which was really surprising, and a dash of absinthe, which was actually pretty common for drinks around the early 20th century. I found this on the Difford's Guide website, and I'm going to take the advice of Simon Difford and split that vermouth base between dry and a slightly sweeter. A Blanco vermouth would be traditional. But what I have here is a rosé vermouth. Blanco is obviously color, white, clear vermouth, but it actually means in terms of sweetness between dry and sweet. And this rosé vermouth is, I've done the taste test, is between dry and sweet. Both vermouths come from the same winery, Unico Zello in South Australia. So I'll be using those in the drink and keeping it Australian, going to use bone dry gin from Archie Rose in Sydney. And even the absinthe is Australian. This is from the Never Never Distillery. I think they're in South Australia too, he said, quickly looking at the list. And I can't find it. Okay, cool. I just ruined my whole fucking rhythm. Even the absinthe is Australian. It's from the Never Never Distillery. They do a few limited run and experimental spirits and wines they call fuck shit cunt. Even the absinthe is Australian. This is from the Never Never Distillery. They do limited runs, experimental spirits. They call their dark series, and this is their Australian absinthe. It's really good. So with all that lead up, I'm now going to find out what it tastes like, and I'm really interested in the effect the lime juice has. Let's see. Oh, that little zing from the lime juice is really interesting. Here's how I made it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of dry gin. Add to that 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of dry vermouth. Then we're adding 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of Blanco vermouth, or rosé in my case. And then just a bar spoon, around 5 mils of lime juice. And finally, just a dash of absinthe. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a... Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a chilled Nicanora glass. Even that little dash of absinthe is coming through and giving this a bit of character. Honestly, this is not going to supplant dry martini as my favorite version of a martini, but it's an interesting variation. And I think with the slight rosy hue that the rosé vermouth has given this, maybe I'll call this a pink taxi because I've been playing around with the ingredients. But if you're into martini style drinks and want to experiment, I think you should try this one. It's quite interesting, and particularly if you like just something a little bit different, this could float your boat. I'm going to finish this off now. I hope you take care wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Until I do, I'll say cheers. Okay. And now I'm sitting doing for a while. See what's happening. Honey, doing good. Still quiet. That's okay. That's why I make the other videos. I'm multitasking. I was thinking of putting Red Dead Redemption on again, and country songs stuck in my head. think it's Lee Marvin in Paint Your Wagon singing a Wandering Star that just got into my head. But that's maybe, okay. My rosy little pink drink, because I'm a man. Mm. Mm. Oh, it's an interesting little beverage, and I shall enjoy it. And let's see, I'm slightly tempted to put the Red Dead on as well. If it's going to be a quiet evening, there's nothing wrong with quiet evening. Oh, the fruit and nut cocktail. Ooh, Irish cream liqueur. Okay, fruit and nut. Mango gin. That's what I got to put in. Okay. I got to save a version of this cocktail for myself. Or should I do coconut rum, actually? Huh. That might be better. Oh, this is all very tempting. Improvising. Fruit and nut. Yep, you know what? I'm going to improvise. I'm going to do this. Okay. Where is my list? Okay, so I've started the taxi. Go right to the bottom. It's about 30 or 40 planned cocktails on here. Fruit and nut chocolate cocktail. I feel like it should be brown creme de cacao in this. Oh, I might save a final decision till right when I'm going to make it. Okay, so what would be better, coconut rum or mango gin? Kind of leaning towards coconut rum, actually. Hey, Micro, how you doing, buddy? That was one, Heine. I'm probably going to make one more. Were you always hungry, or am I making you hungry by talking about fruit and nut chocolate? A turkey dinner at 4 a.m. I mean, that sounds like a good time to me. Can't really argue with that. Mm. You're like you were born hungry. You're like Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol. What day is it, boy? It's Sunday. It's 4 a.m. I'm hungry. Okay. Here's a turkey dinner for you at 4 a.m. on a Sunday. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so fruit and nut. I mean, I could not argue. If I was up at 4 a.m. and I was hungry and someone said, "Do you want a turkey dinner?" I would say yes. Oh, no. Honey's stuck without food as well. I feel like I should save this for Safu, who always asks. But yes, I had another serve of a pasta bake I made. It was yummy. The Lord said, "Let there be gravy." It's a Christmas miracle, a 4 a.m. turkey dinner. Okay, so what I was doing. Okay. I have to. Okay, lads, what sounds better to you? Coconut rum or mango gin? And with like fruit and nut flavors. So this is going to have some other fruit and macadamia nut liqueur. Hello, Megalich. How are you this evening? I'm crowdsourcing uh, my cocktail improvisation. All right, see, you got in first, Micro. Mango gin. Oh, yes, 4 a.m. turkey would make a cat happy. Very much so. Yeah, I like coconut flavor. I don't like desiccated coconut. Don't even really like fresh coconut. I've had fresh, like coconut milk. Like, yeah, I just like coconut flavors in things, but not the consistency of coconut meat or desiccated coconut. Doesn't work for me. Okay, but you got in first, so I'm doing 2/3 of an ounce of mango gin. Or maybe I'll save this for Easter. When is Easter this year? 1/3 Oz de cacao. 1/3 Oz whiskey cream liqueur. 1/3 Oz macadamia liqueur. Be a tasty treat, this one. Third an ounce. I'll just say fruit liqueur. I have to decide which fruit liqueur it will be. And then 1 Oz cream. And that's going to be full length. So put that there and save that. And that's maybe for Easter. And I have to work out when that is now. And if I've got Easter videos queued up. Like coconut water, but beyond that, yeah. I like cream of coconut in cocktails like a pina colada. And I do like the coconut rum I made. Fat washed it with sweetened condensed coconut milk and then filtered it so it's clear. It's pretty goddamn yummy. If I do say so myself, I have made a good creation. But now I need to look up when is Easter? 31st March. Now I have to look and see if I geared up any Easter cocktails or if I forgot. And I'll have to do that. Okay. Okay. Maybe on here. Oops. Oh, what am I doing? I'm so confused. Oh, a rum ham. Nice. What's it? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Reference. Okay, so which one? Am I on here? That's Angry Aussie. Okay. Frickin' fine. 4 a.m. ham and turkey dinner and rum, maybe. Actually, I am the cocktail channel on my mobile. What am I doing? you my videos. Oh, there we go. What did I say it was? 31st March. This is an iPhone. Yes, I'm an iPhone person. '31st March. What have I got 31st March? I do not have an Easter one lined up. I'm going to have to do that. And I know what I'm going to do. Wait, where am I? Sorry. Oh, no, I'm going backwards. What am I doing? Just double check. What about 31st is an old-fashioned. Then there's a whiskey sour, a pastry war, whiskey C. Okay. I am going to have to do maps. I'm half in the mood to make it tonight. To get her done. I may actually do that. I may do that tonight because it also sounds like a good cocktail and I want to do it. I'm just got the soft handcuffs on the iPhone. I'd lose stuff that I have saved on it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make this really bougie, creamy cocktail. So what do I have to get out of the fridge to make that? Let me see. I maybe need to leave chickens in charge for a bit while I get set up. So I need the whiskey, cream, liqueur, and cream, basically. Okay. Okay. All right. Maybe I should leave chickens in charge. Well, because I've got to go and find a couple of things. What the chickens doing? Give me chickens. Ugh. Right. Chicken's in charge. I'll put the little banner up so people know what's happening. Where's my banner? Shooting a video. Chicken's in charge. There we go. All right. This will just take a minute. All right. I might as well put some things back while I go out there. You know what? I might keep that. Right, I'm going to put these back. Back in a minute. Chickens are in charge in the meantime. Okay, there's some dickhead hooning around the neighborhood, which is very unlike this neighborhood. It's a very quiet neighborhood. Okay. Let's do this. This. All right. Mango gin. Oh, put that there. And mango gin. Absinthe I won't want. Absinthe would be very weird in this. Okay, so we want macadamia liqueur. Ooh, I haven't opened this bottle. That's some excitement. What fruit will I get? Grizel, red currant, blue curacao, mere black currant. What am I supposed to do? Whiskey cream, macadamia liqueur, creme de cacao. My close one. What? But I think brown creme de cacao is the go. But you know what? I'm going to celebrate opening this bottle because it's going to do the glug, glug, glug nicely. So I'm going to pour right next to the microphone. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Just got to... do that. Little foil seal off. Ooh, delightful pop. But now, just because we can, some ASMR. How good was that? I love that sound. All right. Oh, god damn, that's good. Okay. This cocktail is having several of my favorite things in it. So I'm pretty gosh darned excited, to be honest. Okay, getting ready. Honestly, this is going to be a kick-ass cocktail. I'm going to really enjoy this. Right. And I'm going to serve it in a sexy martini glass, which I'll start to chill now. I think it's all stuck together in my furnace. Oh, it's all happening. We're professional in this part of the world. I tell you what, boy. Okay. So, hey, Strictly Sega. I don't know. I don't know about the other phones. That's why I first got iPhone when it first got a camera that was better than a Nokia. That was the iPhone 3, the first one that had a decent camera. Okay, let's get this party started. All right. So many ingredients in this one. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, let's go. What do we start with? 2/3. Fucking stupid measurements piss me off. Crème de cacao. Cream liqueur. Macadamia liqueur. No, whoops. No. And finally, a fruit. No, not finally. Fruit liqueur. And cream. Okay. Okay, that's all the ingredients. And I probably could have put some chocolate bitters in there as well. Might cut the sweetness, but gross burps. What's worse, my yawns or my burps? Burps are grosser, certainly. Ugh. Okay, let's do this. Do this. Alrighty. Just make sure that's in shot. And off to the races. Nice. Righteous. Alright, I gotta remember to take a photo of this as well. Publicity purposes. Okay, you're done now, girlfriend. Take a rest. All right. Back to the drum. Come on, Trello. Okay. How's that? Is that lined up? That looks about right. Let's do that. I'll do my Easter cooking. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is what I'm having as an Easter treat. Easter, what a great excuse to have just a chocolatey sweet treat. Like, oh, we're grown-ups, we don't need excuses, but I'm really wanted to try this one when I saw the recipe. And actually, I want to taste it now. Oh, it's an absolute delight. I modeled it on a recipe I found for a fruit and nut chocolate cocktail. The fruit and nut chocolate bar was one I really disliked as a kid. And I'm not sure I really like it as a chocolate bar now, but I do like it as a cocktail. And it's got quite a range of ingredients in there. The first ingredient is a fruit flavored spirit. The recipe I saw said, oh, use raspberry vodka. Anyone who knows me knows it just went, ew, no. Actually, if you really know me, you know I said something far worse than that. But it's Easter. Let's be respectful to the Easter Bunny. So I'm not using any flavored vodka. I'm using this limited edition I have from a local distiller. It's a mango-infused gin, and it's really good. And I do like mango as a flavor. So that's going in. We're also putting some chocolate liqueur in, creme de cacao. The recipe actually said white creme de cacao, but I think brown creme de cacao makes more sense, quite honestly. And I also said to use some Irish whiskey cream. I'm not using Irish whiskey cream, I'm using an Australian whiskey cream. This is just one of my favorite things ever. It's from a Tasmanian distillery called Hellier's Road. Their whiskey cream liqueurs, they're incredible. Yes, they're more expensive than things like Bailey's and whatnot, or Irish cream, but my word, it's worth it, and all the others should hang their head in shame. And they have multiple flavors. So this is a hazelnut flavored one, which goes very well with the fruit and nut theme as well. Speaking of nuts, another of my favorite things, a macadamia wattle seed liqueur from the Brookies Distillery in New South Wales. And this is the barrel-aged version. And for me, this has brought forward some really interesting chocolatey flavors, even though there's no chocolate in here, which again, very much suits this recipe. And it also called for a fruit liqueur. They were suggesting raspberry liqueur like Chambord, which I don't have. I do have this black currant liqueur from another local distiller, Marionette. This is the Mir black currant liqueur. So those are all the elements going in there, along with some cream, that just make that really decadent cocktail. Here's how we make it. In a shaker, put 2/3 of an ounce. How much would that be? 20 mils. In a shaker, put 2/3 of an ounce or 20 mils of your. In a shaker, I'm putting 2/3 of an ounce or 20 mils of my mango gin, then 1/3 of an ounce or 10 mils of creme de cacao, 1/3 of an ounce or 10 mils of the whiskey cream liqueur, 1/3 of an ounce, 10 mils of macadamia liqueur, and 1/3 of an ounce of my fruit liqueur. Rounding things out, I'm adding 1 ounce or 30 mils of cream. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard, longer than normally would, about 20 seconds, because I really want those creamy elements to integrate. And then I'm straining it into a chilled martini glass. I love how it looks as well. Not only is it a grown-up Easter treat, you look grown up if you put it in a martini glass, I think. those flavors are so good, and there's so much room to improvise. Like I would take all these things generally, a fruit-based or fruit-flavored spirit, a cream liqueur, a nut liqueur. You don't have to use macadamia, chocolate liqueurs, all these things. Just really get in there and improvise with flavors you like, because if you're having a treat, it should be a treat you like. So I hope you treat yourself. I hope you take care, and I hope to see you again soon. Until I do, I will say cheers. This is so decadent. I really like it. All right, chickens, your service has been noble. It's time for you to go. I'm going to switch some things off. Okay. Switch the bright light off. Somewhat more intimate mood lighting. And I shall sit down. Okay. So you could say you think the iPhone 5s, when they went balls to the wall, was awesome. Last one before Jobs passed away, maybe. But yeah, the 3 was the first one that even had a decent camera. The 1 and 2 had shit cameras. Nokia's had better cameras than them. But now I've become invested in apps that I have on there, so I don't want to give it up. Abigail, stopped in to say hello, stupid tired, gone to bed. Oh, okay. It's very lovely of you to just drop in and say hello. Oh, this is so decadent. Thanks, Strictly Sega. That is a joke worthy of Dr. Abigail herself. To tell me, unless it's because of delay, you didn't. You actually posted that comment before I said anything, and then don't I look silly? Oh my god, I want to make more of this. This is so yummy. It's so bad for you. I should have put a cherry in it. Oh my god, that is so nice. Holy free holies. I'm just going to fucking down this, honestly, which is, it's booze. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Oh my god, that's nice. Oh, I don't have an old-fashioned glass. I think I need to settle down with an old-fashioned. Not drink any more alcohol for the rest of the stream. Now I've got the barrel-aged Mac out. I need to make something with that. It was really good. I thoroughly recommend it as a concoction. Chocolate liqueur, cream liqueur, nut liqueur, fruit liqueur. I mean, I had a pretty good day. Restful. I'm editing a bunch of cocktail videos today. Oh god, that's a classic. Sean Penn and Timothy, what's his name, playing real life, spies, traitors, guys who said that they gave secrets to the Soviets because they were so disgusted when they found out what the CIA was doing, including helping overthrow the Whitlam government in Australia. Booze shopping, got a haircut. Holy hell, what a day you had. Jesus, dude, I had a lazy day. I finished watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I like that show. I give it a recommendation. It's worth watching. Fairly satisfying ending, really reminiscent of the movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Overall, the show is considerably better than the movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And I didn't hate that movie. It just wasn't great. The show is better. But the final episode has some fun references to the movie. And who knows? They may or may not be back for season 2. But yeah, I do recommend Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It does some really interesting stuff. So yeah, that was my day. Mrs. Angry made pancakes, which was freaking awesome. I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I edited multiple cocktail videos. Movie Wikipedia page section about how the movie was hacked. That's interesting. You're gonna post that on the Discord. Oh, you mean the Falcon and the Snowman? Okay. Hang on. I'm going to get a bit of ice. I'm not going to bother putting the chickens in charge. I'm just going to really quickly go and get a chunk of ice. Oh, my glass! Won't be long. Oh, nice. All right. I'm going to do an Australian Godfather. But what was that guy who was big in the mafia? In New South Wales. My age. Trying to think. You know what I'm going to do? Go with Nova. Bob Trimboli, that was him. Aussie Bob Trimboli. I was just remembering. Recruited to be in deep with the Calabrian mafia. So just a touch of my cask strength rum cask finish, Archie Rose, prize winner of the Handy Aussie blind tasting competition, and Mac. Which goes together to make an Aussie Godfather. Which might be poor taste to call an Aussie Bob Primboli. So what happened? Okay, let me see. So the movie became associated with the most famous hacks in television. Florida satellite TV dealer John McDougall was working late. 4.5 minutes. East Coast subscribers who'd been watching Falcon and the Snowman saw a message on a colored test pattern that read, "Good evening, go from Captain Midnight, $12.95 a month, no way." McDougall had performed the stunt as a protest of satellite subscribers being forced to pay higher fees than regular cable subscribers. Turned himself in, charged a $5,000 fine, placed a 1-year probation. Not as cool as the Max Headroom hack, but still interesting. Yes. As far as I know, it is still unknown who did the Max Headroom hack. You should look that one up, people. Someone hacked the broadcast signal with like their version of Max Headroom. Oh yeah, I love that orange zest. Put that in there. Get out. No, I think I'm going to sneeze. It's tickling my nose. Oh, lawsy, lawsy, lawsy. What's that all about? Oh, yes. Lovely. Oh, good Lord. Ah, that's a Mr. and Mrs. Smith reference. And watch the show. See if you remember me sneezing 3 times. Oh, got a cherry first go. Didn't get it very well, though. I'll just re-skewer it. Okay, correct. They still don't know who did the max headroom. See, that's OPSEC, operational security. It's like how people don't know who it was that punched the Nazi, Richard fucking what's his name, in the face when ABC Australia was interviewing him, which they shouldn't have been given the counter platform. Lots of fun that he got punched in the face. People say, "Oh, you say we should punch Nazis?" Yes, I'm going to steal an Armour ramen routine when people say, "Oh, you say it's okay to punch Nazis in the face?" Like, fuck yes. Oh, if it's okay to punch Nazis in the face, who are you going to punch next? Well, another Nazi. How about that? Yes, I have seen stuff about that, and it is kind of creepy. The max headroom hack. Wow. All right. Now, what does my Aussie Godfather taste like? It tastes really good. Oh my god, that is nice. All right. This is this this is more grown up than my Easter drink. Man, I just put a little bit of that cask strength rum barrel whiskey, but it really comes through. It's got this much deeper flavor, just a little bit smoky, and it's like, woof. Just this, it doesn't kick you in the head, or at least this little bit's not kicking me in the head. But it's just putting depth in this. God damn, it's yummy. Strictly say, what are we saying? Oh God, number stations. Ah, those are wacky. Those who don't know what number stations are, I'm assuming this is what you're talking about, Strictly Sega. There are these weird radio broadcasts that people assume was Cold War spy shit, and it was just a voice reading a string of numbers. And I don't know if anyone ever worked out what they actually were. But people always thought they were spy shit. They're real. The number station, if you knew the radio frequencies, you could just listen to them. One of them had a phone number. When you rang the number, said on the radio, it play a song by Soft Cell, and then read out numbers. Okay. You had shivers hearing that. Yeah, people do weird, wild, and wacky stuff, really, just to mess with people. And I'm a fan of it, quite honestly. It's like situationist art installations. It's just like, do weird shit to mess with people. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. Very grown up taste, that one, because I'm a very grown up man, just to say old one. Yes, I understand number stations still exist. Yes. Actually, are they on YouTube maybe? Justin, yeah, I'm sure Cuban spies use radios. Now I'm just going to actually go on YouTube, see what comes up if you search for number stations. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Number stations. A guide to number stations. 5 creepiest number station sounds ever recorded. There are basically lots of videos on YouTube. Was my microphone picking that up? I don't know. Number stations are very weird. But you know, it's a whole thing. Ooh. Oh man, that's got some kick, that cocktail. Nice. I'm going to sleep well tonight. I shouldn't. You shouldn't use alcohol to go to sleep. It's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I like the taste of it. Um, I will admit, at a particularly traumatic point in my life, a long time ago, like 20 odd years ago, I was using what I was referring to as the vodka sleeping tablet. Uh, but it's not a good idea because you don't get good quality sleep from alcohol. You can certainly lose consciousness. Not that I know anything about that. Uh, but yes, all the medical authorities say you don't get good quality sleep. So should you say you subscribe to a YouTuber called Ringway Manchester, hardcore nerd with ham radio? You will get some really interesting shit on a ham radio, actually, even today. Justin, you watched a spy show once. US caught out a Cuban spy by finding a special radio in her apartment. Oh yeah. So there's a radio frequency net that Russia have. Oh well, that's not at all surprising. Uh, they're all so it's funny, like, yeah, some of the low tech or comparatively low tech versions of espionage, like number stations or dead drops and just leaving stuff in code. Says a 5 kilometer net of wires puts out terrible noise to stop signals getting into Russia. Okay, that I did not know. That's because, of course, that's another funny thing about radio frequencies and how they travel or don't travel. It's very weird. I still remember as a kid at night, for whatever, I think, so I assume it's solar radiation that interferes with radio waves. At night, you could pick up really distant radio stations, but the signal wouldn't be consistent. And I used to do it. I'd be sitting there at night with a radio and it's tuning in, like, oh, there's a song. You'd be listening to a while, and then it would sort of go war, war, war in and out, and then it would go away. And it was just really trippy. Just the fact that, like, every uh millimeter you turned the radio dial, you'd get another station. It was wild. There you go. Justin, the spy's name was Anna Montes, recently released. Fun facts. One called Yosemite Sam. Dude left a box playing MP3s of Yosemite Sam in Arizona. No one can track down where it came from. That's the thing. You can hide radio transmitters as well. It is actually relatively easy to mess with radio frequency. And yes, weather would affect radio reception as well. But it was definitely a thing at night. So I assume the thing is during the day, solar radiation interferes with the radio waves and you can only get local radio. But at night, you could tune into really distant stations. Yeah, moistness in the air. And this is the thing, like I said, when you tuned in to a station, you found one, it would start to sort of, the signal would go in and out. It would sort of pulse and whatnot. And I heard, I think on the Blind Boy podcast, he said, with some research, he said that was why reggae has the beats and rhythms it has, because they were hearing distant radio broadcasts, but it had this woomph, woomph in and out, which is how reggae got that dun 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 dun. Great theory. Mike, are you still on the food thing? Want some scrambled eggs and toast? I'd make you food if you were here, man. See, Justin, there's spies and there's spies. There are people who murder. I mean, spies. There are people who murder dissidents, and there are people who discover information that saves lives. It's spies aren't one thing. You think a Russian woodpecker has picked up an hammer? I don't know, maybe. Yeah, better reception at night, and very much with AM radio as well. Yeah, I'm not swearing to that thing about reggae, Strictly Sega, but Blind Boy does really good research for his podcasts, and he reckons that is what inspired the sound of reggae. That they were really isolated in the Caribbean, and they would pick up these radio signals at night of songs playing, but it would do this in and out thing that womp 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 womp, and when they would do cover versions of the songs, they played in that style, and so then when they did original music, they played it in that style. So I'm going to lay that one at Blind Boy's door. I couldn't actually swear to it being true, but he usually does good research. Falcon and the Snowman. Yes, well, that was the guys that the Falcon and the Snowman was based on. They said the reason they started giving secrets to the Soviets is they were disgusted with they found out about the CIA overthrowing governments, including supposed allies, and they specifically mentioned the Whitlam government in Australia. And the CIA certainly did terrible criminal things, overthrowing democratically elected governments. Yeah, there's a lot of argument about how much influence the CIA had on destabilizing the Whitlam government, because they kind of seem to do a pretty good job of destabilizing themselves. But the US definitely did not like the Whitlam government. Way too lefty for them. So, Justin, if you're spying for a democratic company, doing a country a service, betraying a dictator has no right to power. Well, that's the thing. One person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter. You know, one person's traitor is another person's patriot. So it's all about perspective. But like I said, you get people who are called spies who murder dissidents, who play a role in overthrowing democratically elected governments. That's pretty clearly evil. But yes, because a spy isn't one thing, can't really make a blanket statement on a spy is a good thing or a bad thing. Spies are a thing. People have always done that, tried to secretly find out what someone else is doing. Whether it was Neanderthals the next cave over or people the next country over. It's a thing that we've always done, wanting to know what the others are doing and to an extent pretending to be them. And that is also a good point, Justin. A lot of spies or people who give away secrets do it purely for money. The famous British ones from the 60s, Burgess, Philby, and Maclean. I mean, there was some political motivation. There also seemed to be some monetary motivation in them. Atomic Blonde is a kind of fun movie. I like trashy movies, and Atomic Blonde is definitely a trashy movie. You know what I liked? There was a BBC series, God, I don't know, 10 years ago or more, called Spooks. It was about MI5. And I think what it did well is if someone's life was in espionage, there was just a huge danger that they would never know what was real and what wasn't. because they were always doing things that weren't real and making other people believe it was real. So if your entire life is trading in lies and secrets, it'd be very easy to fall into this state where you just don't know what's true. Oh, you reckon, Strictly Sega, you reckon Atomic Blonde had a shit director? Okay. Justin, who are you thinking about? Australian spy who did it for money? But yes, politics is a big motivator for spies. People thinking their political system is the only right one, and they need to indulge in subterfuge to undermine people who maybe have different ideas. But money comes into it a lot. And again, depends what you're calling a spy. You know, an espionage agent is different from someone who gives secrets to a rival, or can be different. An espionage agent might do that, but in a lot of cases, people who give secrets to a competing power aren't spies. But yeah. Well, see, again, Justin, it depends what you mean by spying. Computers and network tracing would make some elements of spying easier. Oh, you don't like Zack Snyder? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I don't want to say anything because you weren't. If I remember rightly, you weren't going to watch his Netflix movie until the second one dropped. Like, see, when I think Zack Snyder, I think 300, which I liked. And then it was like his Justice League stuff, which I'm like, nah. You reckon you're more likely to be caught? Oh yeah, no, spying happens all the time. It's like people can't stop themselves from spying. That's what it means. Spying doesn't mean one thing. It means a massive spectrum of things. Mm. Oh my god, that fucking kicks ass, that drink I made. Ah. And yes, you can encrypted messaging is a thing. You'd be a bit of a mug to actually trust something that says it's an encrypted messaging service, but it's not that hard to do your own encryption. Okay, I reckon you should watch it then. Because it's, let's just say, I think some interesting choices were made, and it would be interesting to be a fly on the wall when those decisions were being made. Was Zack Snyder literally just allowed to make decisions and there was no one to provide an alternate point of view, or what? Micro documents, transfer them flash drive. Yeah. Don't use the internet. Use SneakerNet. Put stuff. You get micro fucking what do we call them? The little fucking cards, for fuck's sake. I mean, you could literally it's D, thank you. Heine and Micro coming in at the same time, and Megaleech. So like a micro SD, you could fucking swallow. Like traveling internationally, it's like, okay, I've got all the secrets on this micro SD because some of them hold just a ridiculous amount of information. You could put it in something protective so your stomach acids wouldn't dissolve it. You could fucking swallow it and then shit it out at the other end. You know, it's wild. Suggestion working AFP and FBI gave out phones supposed to be encrypted to crime gangs. Yeah, I mean, various law enforcement agencies have done a whole spectrum of things to trick criminals who are nowhere near as smart as they think they are. You watch bad movies all the time on purpose. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested in what you think. 'Cause I feel like you should watch it. Michael, you love watching bad movies too? Oh, oh god, I randomly stumbled on this thing on I don't know if I mentioned this on a stream. I stumbled on it on Prime. Uh, so I watch just a shit ton of film trailers on YouTube, and so more keep getting recommended to me. And there was this Chinese film, and it's called "The Creation of the Gods" or something, and it just looked so over the top. Like the thing was saying, like it took 12 years to make or something, and but when I saw the trailer had been up for months, and I was going, oh, that looks really over the top. And I swear to God, within a day or two of seeing that trailer, I was just skipping through stuff on Prime, and Prime actually had this movie. Um, I've only watched like the first 20 minutes of it, which was like the setup. Um, I'm going to watch it all eventually because it's just this epic, gods and humans and demons and epic battle scenes and whatnot. So I'm definitely going to watch it because it just looks so over the top. It's just like full on, and just the visuals are just incredible, and it's just tied up into sort of really old Chinese legends, and by really old I mean several thousand years. Uh, uh, ooh, I'm really sorry. I've been playing with the foil seal, and I think I've been weakening it by just playing with it like that. Now I'm trying to remember what it's actually called. See, my Chinese film of the gods. Yes, it's called Creation of the Gods. And apparently there's going to be two of them. But the first one's called Creation of the Gods 1, Kingdom of Storms. So who knows if or when a second one's going to come out. But yeah, it just looks so friggin' over the top, which I love. So you have movies where the trailer is basically the whole movie, every decent scene. The rest is garbage filler. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck was I watching? It kind of looked okay because it's this film where the protagonist can't speak, but he has an inner monologue, and the inner monologue is voiced by H. John Benjamin, the actor who just does an incredible number of voices for animated things, possibly best known as Archer. But I swear to God, he sounds way more like Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers, or actually more just like H. John Benjamin himself. But I swear to fucking God, the trailer just shows you the demise of one of the major antagonists. And I was going like, oh yeah, good job, guys. Give away major plot points. Did I see the trailer for the movie adaptation of Borderlands? Cash grab, trash film. Look, probably. I got tripped out that they cast Kate Blanchett in it. She's incredible. I don't think I'm going to pay to watch the Borderlands movie in a cinema. I'm going to wait until it's free on a streaming service, which probably means I won't get to see it till late this year. But who knows? Yeah, that was the weird thing. The two main characters who that's exactly what I thought. I'd see them as being 30 and they're played by a 50 and 60-year-old. I don't know. It may or may not be good. I don't have that much invested in it. I do like the Borderlands games. But yes, Kate Blanchett is basically twice the age of what I envisaged the character being that she's playing, and they seem to have CGI'd a younger face onto her. I don't know. Kate Blanchett. I'll do it. Yeah, Kevin Hart's not filling me. Forget his age. He's literally half the size of what I pictured his character. And his character's not wisecracking in the games. He's a serious action dude. But they got Tiny Tina in it. Look, it might be good. It might be mildly entertaining. It might be a diversion. It might be a steaming pile of shit. I think these are all equal likelihood outcomes. I don't think it's going to be an epic, memorable moment in cinema history. But, who the hell knows? I kind of like having low expectations for it, quite honestly, because I hate it when something's overhyped, because it affects my expectations too much. And what immediately springs to mind is the film Parasite that everyone raved about for ages. And then I watched it and went, yes, Putin might end the war tomorrow. Who knows? I mean, yes. Most likely that Borderlands movie is not going to be particularly good or memorable. It might be entertaining. Who the fuck knows? But I kind of feel comfortable saying it's almost definitely not going to be a great moment in cinema history that people will talk about for years to come. But who knows? But okay, see, here's what annoys me. The fucking trailer for Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, fucking hooked me. I was like, God damn it. Is my expectation going to be high for this and I'm going to be disappointed? So yes, I'm very cautious of things being overhyped. You love that both Hollywood and video game industry give us stuff we don't ask for and nothing we do. Yeah, it does feel like that. You got to admit. You're telling the truth there, Micro. But and my favorite video game reviewer, Yahtzee Crushaw, the review of the Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League, just fucking hammered it. Oh, wow. And apparently everyone's hammering it. Apparently it just fucking sucks. Yeah, it is often genuinely weird where you look at the decisions made in both games and movies and TV and go like, who did you make that decision for? I'm really confused. It's just this. What the hell's going on there? Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, drinking non-alcoholic beverages now. Lemon bitters. Pour that over ice. All the bubbles go away. See me through the rest of the stream. I need to do things. Yeah. There is a bunch of that remastering games. And I don't know that there's been one that people have loved, a remastered one. I don't know. Oh, yes, you mentioned that, what they call it? Kingdom of Ice? Something? Seems to have a lot of fan service, that one. Look, may or may not be good. Who knows? Again, that is not something that I will have a lot of expectations for. So there's probably a good chance of me being pleasantly surprised. I don't go into it thinking I'll hate it, but I have no real expectations for it. Okay. When did Crisis get rebooted? I don't know what that is. Oh God, that was okay. That's another one. The Furiosa movie, prequel to Fury Road. When they released the first trailer like that, I was like, oh, fuck you, you've got me hooked. God damn it. Are my expectations going to be too high and am I going to be let down? Damn it. Because I didn't really have much in the way of expectations for Fury Road, and I got fucking blown away. Still probably my favorite movie of the 21st century. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, oof. When I see something that absolutely hooks me with a trailer, then I get worried that it's all hype and I'm not going to like it. You know, I've got a drinking problem. I tipped the glass up too early before it was at my mouth. Ah! Well, actually, you joke, Marco, but there are a shit ton of Kung Fu Panda movies. Oh, what was? God, that's what it made me think of. Jack Black is the voice of Claptrap in the Borderlands movie, which is weird. Good bit of CGI with Claptrap, though. Really looked like it was there. Oh, fuck, that is a yummy lemon bitters, actually. Okay, just you can say 4 Kung Fu Panda movies, but a whole bunch of mini movies. Joe, what were we saying about Flying High? The 70s comedy? What was that? I remember thinking that was the funniest shit ever. He's actually touring Australia this year. Tenacious D are doing a tour of Australia. But does he need the money? Maybe. I find it hard to begrudge Jack Black if he needs money. Dude's worked hard. School of Rock money finally running out. Oh, it's funny because like we were talking in a previous stream about Mr. Show and you don't put your dick in that hole in the wall, the musical. And it's funny because the different people, David Cross and Bob Odenkirk and Jack Black singing, and David Cross and Bob Odenkirk sing about as well as me, which is to say shit. And then Jack Black comes on and sings, and he's just got this fucking incredible voice. It's so funny, the contrast between him and the others. It's like they're all comedians, but Jack Black can sing. Oh, that's what you were referencing. Yes, I was literally referencing. Sorry. See, I say something, you say something in response. And I mean, no, I was literally referencing Flying High. We got a drinking problem. It misses my mouth. Yeah. Okay. Oh, did you look him up? He's worth 50 million. Yeah. Yeah, I think he just likes working. I just think he likes working with people. Like he did that episode of The Mandalorian because he fucking loves Star Wars. You're glad don't stick your dick in those 3 holes of stuff. I did watch it. Obviously, I watched it. You put the link on the Discord. But yeah, the thing that stuck with me is how good Jack Black singing. But it was fucked up. Yeah, if you hadn't watched it, it is on the Discord. You'd have to scroll back. But it's an old kind of absurdist comedy sketch show. Bob Odenkirk and David Cross called Mr. Show. There's one really fucking funny sketch they do where David Cross and Bob Odenkirk are cops and they're interrogating a guy, and like David Cross is being nice to him, but saying, "If you don't answer me, my partner's gonna come in, and he's a bad guy. He's gonna fuck you up." And the criminal's going, "I don't care." And David Cross leaves, and Bob Odenkirk comes in and says and acts real hard and heavy at him. And the crims go, "You don't scare me. You're just playing bad cops, just like your partner said you would." And Bob Odenkirk's cop character goes, "What? Did he say I was a bad cop?" And it just keeps going with all these cops being really insecure, like at the concept of good cop and bad cop. You go, "Are you saying I'm a bad cop? Do you not like my work?" And it's just a fun little absurdist sketch of these cops being really worried what their partner tells a crim? Where's my phone dinging? He's dinging me. Ooh, Mrs. Angry's gone to bed very early. Okay, so I have to make less noise. That's cool. We'll keep going. So, Micro, Shane Gillis hosts Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Saturday Night Live's not great. I basically never watch anything for Saturday Night Live. Um, uh, I mean, there's probably the occasional funny thing on Saturday Night Live. And if you want some funny stories, get people talking about when Steven Seagal was on Saturday Night Live, because everyone involved with the show universally agrees Steven Seagal was the worst guest host ever, and it isn't even close. It's like Steven Seagal is a Fruit Loop. He's he is a weird fucking guy. I've seen Bob Odenkirk talk about him. I've seen Bill Hader talk about him. And it's just like Steven Seagal is a fucking weird dude. Not in a good way. Weird. I like to proclaim weirdness. Weirdness is good. Yes, Micro. Literally everyone who's met him is his weirdo. And I've told this story before, but it's so funny. It's the guy who was in the original NCIS. What's his name? You know, he when he was younger, he's a sex symbol, but now he still kind of is. Oh god, I can't remember his name, but you know, he's been around on TV shows forever, and he tells a story that no, he got a screening of Steven Seagal's first film because they were working in the same studio. And he's going, wow, this is pretty good. I reckon this guy's got a future. And he said he was walking across the lot and he saw Steven Seagal and he said, oh, Steven, he introduced himself. I've fucking forgotten the guy's name. And he's going, oh, I saw your film. It's great. Like, it's really good. Like, I reckon you've got a great future. Good work, man. He said, but if I could give you one bit of advice, don't have them shoot you running in a film because that looked really weird. The bit they shot with you running, it just looked weird. Just don't have that in other films. Okay, great to meet you, man. And he sort of goes off to the commissary to get some lunch. And he realized like Steven Seagal was just kind of looking at him like, why did you say that about me? And he went in to get some lunch, sat down and had his lunch. And he comes out and Steven Seagal is still standing there, sort of staring at him. And he's going, oh, okay, this guy is a fucking weirdo. And yes, Seagal still does movies and they are ridiculous. They are absolutely ridiculous. You see various really trashy. Oh yeah, I bet Tom Segura has a. Oh yes, Steven Segura does a great bit. Tom Segura does a great bit about Steven Seagal. Very funny. I think it was like one of the really trashy podcasts, like Come Town, was ripping on Steven Seagal movies and just how absolutely ridiculous they've gotten. And it's very funny because Steven Seagal movies have gotten fucking ridiculous. Like I'll watch Under Siege, man. Under Siege is great. But it's gotten fucking ridiculous. And it's like 90% of his films are fucking stupid. There's a couple good ones and the rest are stupid. And they just keep getting more stupid from everything I see, which is like, God damn. It's like, and that weird painted on hair and beard he does. And it's like, you're not fooling anyone, man. What? It looks fucking weird. Why are you doing that? You look like a badly made Ken doll. Oh my god, Steven Seagal runs like it. Okay, now I'm on YouTube. Sorry, no, I'm just looking for it. Steven Seagal Running. Yes, first one, 744,000 views. Steven Seagal running like a girl compilation. Another one with 500,000 views. Steven Seagal runs weird. 2.6 million views. Steven Seagal running. There are so many. Oh god, and actually the audio from Cumtown showed up. And yes, he holds guns in just an incredibly stupid way in his movies. It's just, yes, if you want to laugh, just look up YouTube Steven Seagal running. It's absolutely ridiculous. He looks very weird when he runs. Very strange guy. What the fuck? Sorry, I was just looking in related videos, and these fuckwits trying to start controversy. Someone with no fucking views has a thing with Barbie wanted John Cena and he wanted to do the film, but his agency said it was beneath him. John Cena's in Barbie, you fucking mullet. Jesus Christ. Stupid fucking wankers. Oh, the film with H. John Benjamin doing the voiceover is called Boy Kills World. Looks like it might be mildly amusing. Yes, no, he runs with spaghetti arms. His arms are real fucking weird. He is super weird. Yes, Micro, it's so easy to find compilations of how silly he looks running. But I love that story of the guy who said, yeah, don't let him film you running because it looks weird. And he was not happy that someone had pointed out. Oh, God, now this is going to annoy the shit out of me if I can't remember his name. So I'm literally just going to look up NCIS. I can't remember his name, and he's been in everything. Mark Harmon. That's who I was trying to think of. Mark Harmon, who's like been on TV forever. Wow, he's 72. Jesus. And he married Pam Dorbat from Mork and Mindy in 1987. And apparently they're still married. Nice. Good on you, Hollywood people, staying married for, wow, what was that, 35 years? Good job. So, all right. Where's his IMDb? What was he first in? I want to look up what Mark Harmon was first in. It's in a movie called Summer School in 87. Let's go back in time. See all his acting roles. What was he first? I'm going to go back. What was he first famous for? Well, he started in 73. He just was getting occasional episodes on TV shows in the 70s, including Laverne and Shirley, but nothing much. Owes nothing. When did he really break through? He started in the 70s. Looking for something, Flamingo Road, a TV series, 80 to 82. There you go. I don't know that, but that was probably his first big break. He was on that for 3 seasons, 38 episodes. Said Elsewhere, that was his breakthrough, a medical thing. He was in 64 episodes from 83 to 86. That was his big breakthrough. 10 years after he started, he had his big breakthrough. And then he was a movie guy, not having a lot of luck for decades. Then I don't know this show, Reasonable Doubts, a cop show, 91 to 93, 44 episodes. I mean, That seems fine. Then he's doing more stuff in movies. And oh, there you go. He was in another medical one, Chicago Hope. 96 to 2000, 95 episodes. So that was another big. So yeah, so he had a breakthrough in 83, St. Elsewhere. And then 10 years later, one that I don't recognize. And then 96 to 2000, that was another big one for him. Then movies, he was in some of the West Wing. And he's done a bunch of voice work. Yeah, and then NCIS. 2000. Wow, he was on NCIS for 20 fucking years. 436 episodes. So he was on NCIS. That was his late in life sex symbols, his early life sex symbol stuff. Then, like from 50 to 70, age 50 to age 70, he was on NCIS. There you go. Go, Mark Harmon. Yeah, no, H. John Benjamin is Archer, Bob from Bob's Burgers. Oh my God. Oh shit, Home Movies is so good. I've got that on disc. Because his character on Home Movies is an absolute fucking degenerate. The coach who's an alcoholic and an absolute fuck up. Oh my God. And yes, the comments on Seagal running videos, very funny. Oh God, H. John Benjamin did a short for Star Trek. I think it was for Strange New Worlds, but it's fucking hilarious. Let's see if I can find it. Star Trek H. John Benjamin. I saw this and it was fucking hilarious. And the fucking MRAs got upset about it for some reason. But it was this really funny short they did for Star Trek, and it was like tribbles. And holy shit, it was funny, but it really upset MRAs because they had H. John Benjamin's character being an absolute fuckwit and his female boss trying to shut him down. That's him, Coach McGurk. Coach McGurk was so fucking funny. Okay, you're realizing you're old? Dude, don't talk to me about realizing you're old. As I think I was discussing the other night, it's not so much me. I'm aware that I'm old. What trips me out is when I realize other people are old. That trips me out. I'm very much at peace with the fact I'm old. But I get freaked out by other people being old. People who I remember in their prime, in their 20s or 30s or 40s, and now they're in their 50s, 60s, or 70s. And I'm like, okay, I haven't seen that person for 20 years or 30 years, and fuck me, they're old now. And again, if I compare myself from 20 or 30 years ago, not the same person. That's only a passing resemblance, in fact. So, we as humans experience time as a linear progression, and we're stuck with it. There are philosophical and scientific questions of, is time really what we think it is? And cool. I love people exploring the boundaries and ideas, but it's how we experience it is definitely as a linear progression. Ever see a high school, college friend after years? Oh, yeah. No. This has happened to me a couple of times in the last year or two. And they're absolutely unrecognizable, and I'm definitely absolutely unrecognizable. Not least the fucking facial hair. Now that I've let it go gray as well, but I didn't have facial hair until 27, 28. So anyone who knows me before that, so high school and college, doesn't know me with facial hair. And yeah, and again, because I've been on YouTube for like 18 years, people who were teenagers when they started watching me who are in their 30s now. That's really fucking trippy. So yeah, it's not quite 20 years, but it's 18 years. So and yes, in the early days, a lot of people watching were quite young, and now they're not. So it's all pretty funny. I was about to say I picked up the wrong glass. That was just water. It was melted ice. I meant to get my lemon lime bitters. Oh yeah, that's it. Gotta go into the office tomorrow. Blah. Going to get encouraged to go into the office a couple of days a week. So go on Mondays and Tuesdays because Mrs. Angry is very much compelled to go into her office on Monday and Tuesday. So I go into my office on Monday and Tuesday. And it's all good, man, as they say on the funny papers. Okay, so you're long-term streak, say you're 26 to 44. Yeah. So I mean, for me, it was what was I? I was 38 or 39 when I started, and yeah, now I'm 57. Ah, it's kind of funny when you get people say, "Oh, you got old, man." It's like, well, as I said, given we experience time as a linear progression, getting old beats the fucking alternative because humans have not discovered an alternative between getting old and being dead. So I'm going to go with being old, basically, given what the alternative is. And there are some abstract scientific hypotheses that time may not be what we think it is, but damn. Actually, Micro, that is actually pretty common for people who followed me from the early days on YouTube, that I am old enough to be their dad. And that's fine. I'll be your dad if you need a stand in dad. And I swear to God, not that either of them are planning it, but if uh, any of my offspring have kids and I become a grandpa, I'm going to change my social media handles. I'm going to change the YouTube channel from Angry Aussie to Angry Aussie Grandpa and Angry Cocktails to Cocktail Grandpa or something. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to embrace it. Because it is what it is. Sorry, it's just like occasionally the worst things pop into my head. And I went, no, don't say that out loud. You'll go to prison. And you don't want that. Old men are vulnerable in prison. So let's just not say or do anything that'll get us in prison. So this is my son. Why has he got an accent? He's a special boy. You're my special boy, Micro. Okay. I will not allow anyone to say anything else. You are definitely my special boy. And to hell with anyone who wants to talk shit. Fuck the haters. I'll back you, man. It's my special boy. Oh dear. It's a funny old world. I was just trying to think. You know, I'm looking forward to this Friday because last Friday I tried my peach whiskey thing, which was quite nice. That's good. This Friday, we're going for the barrels because it'll be 3 months. So one of them is actually a weird mix of vodka and whiskey stuff. So that's probably going to taste weird. But the other one is whiskeys I've been aging for 3 months. So I'm going to taste them. Like, I think the original thing we discussed on the stream was I'd maybe keep it in the barrel for a year and see what happened. But I was going to try it after 3 months, and it'll be 3 months. Oh, you looked at Duran Duran, Wild Boys? That's a Russell Mulcahy mini film. Isn't it over the top? I fucking love that clip. Russell Mulcahy was quite a name in the 80s. He directed the original Highlander movie. He started off in ads, and then he did music videos, and he did these really high-end videos for Duran Duran and some others. And he directed Highlander. Yes, you actually stopped me. I was going to taste it, and you went, nah, you said 3 months. And fair's fair. I said leave it for at least 3 months before tasting it. You're all in? Because Friday will be March. It'll be March 1st on Friday, I think. Let's look at the calendar. Yeah, March 1st on Friday. And I think we chucked it in the barrel in December, possibly after Christmas. I don't know. I don't remember. I should have fucking written it down. But yeah, so I'm going to give it a taste and see what it tastes like. You need a sample. I could probably arrange that. I've done it before. Yeah, no, I have done it before. I did it with barrel-aged cocktails one Christmas. I said, someone, sign up for Angry Christmas presents, and I'll send you a barrel-aged cocktail. I could absolutely do that. I was thinking, because I use these little plastic jars, you can get like these pouches. I'm going to try and find them, and I don't know where to do that. Yes, you do have a connection with the blend. You are very in there. I actually will legit do it. But we'll start off. I'll do a taste and see if it's ready for prime time. I'll see what it tastes like on Friday. Because I honestly think the one that's a mix of vodka and whiskey is probably going to taste weird. But who knows? Maybe it'll taste good. Because it'll also have all the influence of all the cocktails that had been in the barrel before. But yeah, the other one, which is a whiskey blend and also absorbing the character of the cocktails that have been in the barrel before, could be interesting. All right, look, like what I'm thinking is I've seen people do it for these little plastic flasks you can get, and they don't break. I have to try and find them. I'll tell you how much we can organize it, and I'll tell you how much the postage costs, and you can cover that. But which is actually what I did with the cocktails. I was like, cover the postage, send you money for turkey dinners. It should. I don't know if I can get a turkey dinner delivered to you. If you're in Australia, I could get actually, that's what I should fucking say for people in Australia, because like we all know, I do the packaged meals that you microwave, and the current one, U Foods, is offering me bonuses if I send people a free pack. Like basically, no, this is legit real. If you're in Australia and you want some free microwave meals, then, well, they're not even really diet meals. They are kind of calorie controlled. They're actually pretty good. I really quite like them. So yes, if you're in Australia and you want some free meals, just like send me your email address on Discord or whatever. Send me a Discord message, and because I get a friggin' bonus, but you can get some free meals. I nice. Micro, you're getting turkey dinners and your cat's gonna get a game hen. Nice. I actually really like I normally do them for lunches rather than dinners, but I really like just being able to just whack something in the microwave and it's pretty good. Yeah, micro, if I could I'm disappointed I can't get these particular meals to you because yeah, you don't live here. So they don't send them to the States. So that's mildly disappointing. Um, but that's a legit thing. Anyone who's watching who's in Australia, go on the Discord and um, give me your email address, and I'll send you a link, and you can get some free microwave, and they're actually pretty good. I quite like them. Oh man, okay, that lemon lime and bitters is yummy. Oh, nice enchiladas. I do love an enchilada. There is a Mexican restaurant like a suburb or two over. This is an Angry and I like to get food from. Actual Mexican people run it. It's so fucking good. But I do make my oh, you went to a fancy supermarket. I do like to go to the fancy supermarkets and get the fancy ingredients. Yes, 10 types of soy milk. That's a fancy supermarket. I do like getting the fancy stuff to make meals sometimes. And so, ooh, look at that cheese. Ooh, look at that bread. Ooh, look at that meat. Look at that sauce. I'm very into it. Yeah, I know. Micro, it is in Australia. It's extremely rare for Mexican restaurants to actually be run by Mexican people, but there are a couple. I know in the US it's normal for Mexican places to be run by Mexican people, but we're a long way from Mexico. So most Mexican places aren't run by Mexican people. Oh, so the fancy supermarket also had fancy pre-made meals? Noish. Yeah. Yeah, something about fancy supermarkets and just the markets and whatnot, the foods are like, ooh, fancy. Little bit expensive or sometimes very expensive, but fancy. Looks good. I like it. So yeah, I'm drinking a bit of water. You know what? I'm gonna splash a thing in here because Mrs. Angry uses the orange peel in her hot chocolate and put that liqueur in there, make it a bit more flavorful. Ooh, fancy cherries. I do like the fancy cherries. I tell you what, though, these are my go-to Luxardo Marasca cherries. They're maraschino cherries. Extremely yummy. But yes, I'm always open to trying even fancier cherries. But it's just like yeah, I've tried one or two other ones, and I just keep coming back to the Luxardo ones. They're so fucking yummy. And yeah, the Luxardo one's very dark red syrup, dark red cherries that have absorbed. Oh, they're so good. I mean, you can see the cherry basically looks black. Oh, it's so yummy though. So good. Like I actually trust the people. My favorite shop in Melbourne, the Bitters Lab. Um, they have several hundred sorts of bitters and all these cocktail accoutrements, and they have a few different sorts of cherries. And I actually asked them, like, should I get something other than Luxardo? Because you have a couple other ones, and they were like, nah, Luxardo are the best. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stick with Luxardo because they're extremely yummy and I like them. All right. Sit Dune orange peel. It's 10 o'clock. Ceremonial eating of the cherry time. Yeah, early. Go to work. Work days, my alarm is half an hour earlier. Oh my god, it's so fucking yummy. Oh, so good. Oh, nice. Just to get 2 kilograms of cherries at Baskin Robbins. The dark cherries. Kind of, I think the two most common ones are the Marasca cherries and the Morello cherries. There's a few other ones. Oh my god, that's so fucking yummy. Oh, that is good. I like that. Send you $20 before the stream ends. Go give me your PayPal or something, Micro. I'll send you money for a turkey dinner. You did alchemy for Doc while you were out. Okay, I'm intrigued by what that means. Yes, me with the cherry is you with the turkey dinner. Yeah, I very much enjoy those cherries. They are very good. Just a little treat. That's why when I go stabbing with a skewer and it gets two, it's like, oh no, 2 cherries. What am I going to do? I guess I'm going to eat 2 cherries. All right, alchemy dire straits. Okay, yeah. So you uploaded alchemy, Dr. Abigail. I get it. You have Cash App. Okay, I don't even know how that works. Because I'm old. The cherries are good, but you know what? I'm going to bed, so I got to thank you fabulous people for hanging out with me tonight. Had a lot of fun. You want a banana split? I had my fun early Easter chocolate drink because I realized I want to upload it. For Easter, I didn't have anything prepared for Easter, so I got to do that. So I'm going to go sleepy babas, get up and go to the office, and then Tuesday get up early, go to the office. So Tuesday night, I'm going to want to unwind. So unless I'm having takeaway with the offspring, the young angries, I'll be looking for folks to keep me company here. So you all take care, and I'll catch up with you